I am Emperor Napoleon the First, and we're ready for our card action phase as Emperor. See how long we can survive at this. Still got. I think we're maybe halfway through the game. Maybe in a couple years we'll be halfway through. Well, there you go. We've checked everything out. We got all of our homework done, and the first card is Unreliable Allies. The first thing that happens to us. Our allies are Spain and Russia. Nothing on that's changed yet, but things are about to. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Ill boys don't like it when a commoner crowns himself king. And the worst part of it is that's what he fought against. I guess his empire, his dynasty will be based on merit instead of birth. But I think he reversed all that. Went towards birth. So the main thing he was fighting against, he became. Yeah, that made a lot of sense. He wasn't that smart to realize that. All right, let me see here. Although I'm sure he had his own reasoning. Because it was just the times. Unreliable Allies, campaign modifier, not good. All right, remove Confederation of Rhine. Most place in campaign modifiers are remove Confederate of Rhine 186. Huh. I don't see that anywhere. Retreat in the campaign, treat it as a defeat instead. High bloody will then remove this card from play. Yeah, Unreliable Allies is a bitch. So that's what happens in a campaign when your allies turn against you. As in, what was that famous Japanese battle? They have a weird game of it. Oh, I can't. It starts with a T. I have no idea. I mean, I'd like to take a stab at it, but I don't want to make myself look goofy. All right, but it's a GMT game also. Oh, Tenegashi Gawa? What the heck? Me with names. Oh, I can't remember, but it's a good game, and that definitely happens when you have unreliable allies. All right, enough bumbling. Card draw 2. That was we got away with that one. Let's see what comes up here. Crupper System. This will be Prussian. This is an ongoing effect card. And it is must be placed in Prussia. Ongoing campaign effect. Treat the first victory in campaigns against Prussia as a stalemate. Apply bloody if applicable. Ow, we're getting hammered. All right, place in Prussia. All kinds of cards here. Looking around, we're good. Oh, one thing we were supposed to play before we did all this. I better take care of it now. We messed up. Napoleon crowns himself or this. Now this other one, the Pope crowns Napoleon. I don't think that applies because this or Napoleon crowns himself must be played immediately. Be played at the start of the Empire deck. Then remove the other one from play. Triggered effect. It may only be played if Papal Concordiat is in current treaties. It is not. Yeah. So this one cannot be played. So we will do the Napoleon crowns himself just as history did. So let me see here. Let me read up on this real quick. We'll be right back. All right, this one gets removed from play. It will not apply. We'll put it over here and we'll play this one. Be played at the start of the Empire deck, then remove the other one from play. Triggered effect 10 glory, and Emperor Napoleon I is now active. There you go. Then remove this card from play, so we get 10 glory to start this off with. Yeah, we should have did this earlier. Okay. So we'll go from 9 to 19. All right, now we're set. We should have did that earlier. My mistake. I thought we were good to go, but we had a little bit of catching up to do. All right, let's move down to card draw number 3 and draw our third card. Copenhagen. If Britain is conquered or when used. Must discard effect if piece of amends is in play. It is not otherwise -1 diplomacy and 5 glory. So we discarded it before because amends was in play. But this time we will +1 diplomacy up to 2, but it hurts our glory. -5. Ooh, 19 -5 will be 14. And then -1 political also. That was a tough hit. Then remove this card from play. So now we can get rid of Copenhagen. And Copenhagen is just a I think that has to do with Danish fleet or something destroying the French fleet, or maybe the British fleet destroying the French fleet in Copenhagen. We'll find out for sure. Twice during the Napoleonic Wars, the first time under Nelson, the British fleet would destroy the Danish fleet at Copenhagen to keep them out of French hands. So that's what just happened. All right. Before we got away with one, but this time it was triggered and now it's removed from play after costing us quite a bit. So setback as Emperor. Fourth card play. Bad Harvest. Huh. Man, must place in France. That is tough. It only gets discarded. It removed if number 92 comes into effect. I don't see 92 around here right off the bat, so I guess it stays in play. Card number 92. All right, move down to card draw number 5. Is that it? Gotta get that right. Josephine's Infidelity. Luckily, we haven't got a wife yet. All right, play. I move this, otherwise discard, so we'll just discard this one. We'll move down to 6. Put the die there to remind us. We gotta roll a die, unless otherwise stated by our 6th card draw. Armistice, campaign modifier. Alright, if combat round results in a stalemate, either -1 administration, -10 glory, or one random neutral country becomes hostile and change current campaign guard to match diplomatic standings if there are no neutral countries, blah, 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 blah. Alright, we'll take care of that one. Look at all these campaign modifiers. Wow. Shoot. Let's roll. Our campaign is empty. So we'll have to see what that all involves. Alright, we have a 1. So that will mean we will go to a campaign. Let's have to check this out now. Limit 1. I go for this card if the card is drawn. Let me find this out. Because it is the wrong rule book. Hold on a second. I thought there might have been something pretty Emperor deck, but it's the same thing. Spanish Ulster Expeditions is not active. Yeah, so there you go. We will discard all campaign modifier cards. Are you kidding me? All these campaign modifier cards all get discarded? Okay. They'll be shuffled back into the deck later, but that's a big... Wow, that kind of helps. And proceed to the diplomatic phase. Alright. We are here with the diplomatic phase. Let me check this out, make sure we're all good. You don't want to get too fast, and we'll be right back. Alright, foreign diplomacy segment of the diplomatic phase. And I think this is where everybody's going to go to hostile. We're going to have to do some military maneuvering in this game. Let's start off with Great Britain. Already hostile, ain't no big deal. They get a 2, remove treaty or whatever, move towards hostile, that's fine. Spain coming up here with an 8. No effect. So Spain stays allied? Wow. Alright. Austria, neutral with a 1. They don't like us. Remove treaty or move marker towards hostile. Let's see if there's anything here. Ooh, nothing here. We've taken off a couple treaties when we turned into emperor, so this might be the first time. There was something that locked Austria into neutral. We'll look around and make sure we... Ooh, ignore Russia's foreign ministry, our foreign diplomatic role to Tsar. I don't see anything keeping Austria in neutral, so we'll be able to move them to hostile. Alright, I think that's good. I don't see anything else. There used to be something here in treaties. It is gone with the First Council deck, so Austria will move to hostile. There you go. Now Prussia. And we could have spent political points to add modifiers to this roll, but we're not doing it. It's time to set everybody straight. 10. Prussia stays neutral. Russia allied with old Tsar Paul. You know, Tsar Paul's having good times together. Not anymore. They have moved to neutral. All right, there you go. That'll take care of the foreign diplomacy segment, treaty segment. During treaty cards, promptly intervene when this treaty is triggered, immediately execute the effects and place it on the current treaties, blah, blah, blah. It's flip face up. We've had this happen already, but I don't think anything's been triggered. Let me look under treaties. We don't have any current treaties, though. The only current treaty we have is with Spain. So I don't think anything else kicks into effect yet. Let me check this segment out. This can be kind of foggy. We'll be right back. And for the first part here, treaty segment, none of these treaties are triggered. These are potential treaties, but they all come into effect after combat, after I've either taken over or victorious against Prussia, Russia, or Austria. So none of these come into effect now. The current treaties, though. If a nation is included in a face-down treaty in the current treaties box, no foreign diplomacy roll is made for its blank. There's nothing going on there. If a nation is included in a face-up treaty in the current treaties box, roll is made, but on a modified die roll 1 to 5, an Empire Deck treaty card, which includes the nation, is removed instead of moving the nation towards hostile. Instead of, okay, let me check this out real quick. This is a new Empire Deck, or Emperor Deck. Emperor card deck rule. We'll be right back. All right, the only face-up treaty we have one here is with Spain. And it does say on a modified die roll of 1 to 5, well, it wouldn't have, they would have been moved towards hostile if that was the case. So they must have had a 6 or more roll. So everything's good on this one. We'll have to keep that in effect next time. If they get a high roll, this treaty is no good. All right, breaking treaties. During this segment, Napoleon may remove a treaty card that is in the current treaties box. Wow. Declare a nation, it applies to as hostile, make a hostile, blah, 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 blah. It's a good way to pursue victory on the battlefield, but careful what you wish for. Broken treaties are removed from the game. I think I'll keep that treaty with Spain. We're not going to break that treaty. Conquest doesn't come into effect because we haven't conquered anybody. We're still in the diplomatic phase. We're going through certain segments. All right. Purposes. Potential campaign segment. The purpose of this segment is to determine whether or not a potential campaign card is placed. Potential campaigns. Let me look and see. An important thing to remember is during the first console deck, aside from the Austria-Oda campaign, play blah, 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 blah cards, placing a potential campaign card is optional, whereas during Empire Tech, placing a potential campaign card is mandatory. Let me look through these. We'll see if any of them qualify. I'll be right back. All right, well, the very first one, I think, will come into effect. Let me see here with my pointer. Must be chosen as the active campaign if Austria is hostile and neither Prussia or Russia are hostile. Austria hostile. Neither of these are hostile. So this might be my next campaign. Chosen as an active campaign if Austria and Prussia are hostile and Russia is not. That does not apply. Must be chosen if the campaign if Austria, Prussia, and Russia are hostile. No. Must be chosen campaign if Austria and Russia are hostile. No. Russia's neutral. Placed in campaign and resolve immediately when played. What's this? Place in campaign and resolve immediately when played. In Spain. What is this? Oh. I'll have to check this one out. I don't understand this one. Be right back. All right, for potential campaigns, these do not qualify. We don't have the criteria. This one does. And this one says place in campaign and immediately resolve if Russia, card 155, results in a stalemate or defeat. That we haven't got that in there. So this is a criteria. This one here is not having an effect. The only one I think we can have an effect with right now is must be chosen as active campaign if Austria is hostile, neither Prussia nor Russia is hostile. So anyway, we would put this in the campaigns, but during setup, it's a setup card. Well, it says place in potential campaigns, so I guess we did it right. All right, well, this one goes into effect right. This trumps them all. Place in campaign and resolve immediately when played. So there you go. It's in campaigns. We're in our campaign resolution phase. Oh, no, we're in a diplomatic phase. Oh, maybe we messed that up. Let me check that out. Because this card says, and resolve immediately when played, must achieve 1 victory for every hostile country. The only hostile country we got is Britain and Austria. So we would have had to have done that during our campaigns. We didn't have anything in the campaign box. So we're reverse that. Placing campaigns. Does this say placing potential campaigns during the Emperor setup? So it was potential. Yeah, nothing was in there. Let me figure this out real quick. I think we might be on the right track. We won't have to go back. We are on it. It goes into potential campaigns, but now it is placed into campaigns during our current diplomatic phase where it says potential campaign segment. There you go. We're all on it. Now this is all set for next year. I'll tell you this here. During the campaign to be resolved next year. And if so, which one is selected? So there you go. Now this one would go in there, but there's already a card there. So this one comes on off of potential campaigns later on. So next year, we'll be fighting against whoever's hostile. Right now it's Britain and Austria. And we have all other different cards that come into effect too. But that'll take care of potential campaigns segment. First Council deck, potential campaigns. During the mandatory that the EMT campaign card is selected during this segment. There you go. So it was mandatory that we have to pick one. On the First Council deck, you could have left that open. It was optional. So we have one in there. Let me make sure we're doing it right. We'll be right back. All right. Well, it goes on in this next segment. It has Empire potential campaigns, and there's a whole table here. Now, according to this table, they got certain criteria or prerequisites. This first one comes into effect. Austria is hostile. There you go. Prussia, allied, neutral, or conquered. They are neutral. Check that one off. Russia, allied, neutral, or inactive. They are neutral. Spain, any. It says we play the Austria declares war instead of this other card that we're going to put in there. Austria declares war. Here you go. We were going to put that one in there. Place a campaign to resolve immediately when played. Well, when does this one come up here? Let me check this out, make sure it's right. But according to this, yeah, let me check out some other ones. The Patrie de danger must be triggered by a must be triggered by a campaign result. All right, it don't tell me that on this one though. We have it. Place a campaign result been played. Campaign result, victory. Victory. So this is what happens when I'm gonna have to figure this card out. Austria, any. Polish, pain. The petite danger. It's the same thing. Must be placed when triggered by campaign result. Got me kind of messed up here. We got to figure this out, but I'm pretty sure Austria declares will be our next campaign for the next year. We'll figure out what to do with this one right here. We'll be right back. We're going to go with this one. Must place when triggered by a campaign result. So we'll put this over here. This one gets triggered, and this other one here with all the any's on it, Polish campaign, may place and resolve immediately when triggered by a victory in Prussia and Russia declare war. So that hasn't come into effect yet. Our next first campaign as Emperor against Austria. Not yet, but next year. All right, we got that pretty well solidified. See what goes on with our next. All right, I guess we're done with that. It'll be domestic politics phase. We're getting on through it, having a great time with this game. Take a little break, and we'll be right back. All right. Glory. Suckage is the sound you're going to hear during the domestic politics table phase. And we'll get ready with our Dyro modifiers. Remembering that we're having a bad harvest this year, too. So we get twice the chance to have the population revolt or show us their discontent. -1 for each hostile, conquered, or inactive nation. I see 2 here. -2. Bloody result, continental system for each allied nation, Spain. You know, and I'm thinking, looking through all this, and this little Spanish ulcer. Yeah, let's keep Spain up there and allied, or anywhere but hostile. All right, so each allied nation. So we got allied for Spain is 1. That'll go back up to -1. And for every 2 political points spent, man, Ooh, do we take a chance? That's tough. Political points are at a minimum. We're going to have to roll a die with this, hopefully not suffer too much more glory loss. Looking at a -1 die roll modifier. We got to do this again because we've had a bad harvest. High rolls are needed. 4. -3 glory. Not too bad, I'd say. We're at 11. Now roll again. If in play, roll an extra time on a domestic politics table with no die roll modifiers during the next domestic politics phase, then discard discards. There you go. Roll no die roll modifiers this time. And I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, bad news. Oh, that was a sneeze and a half and bad news. Oh, luckily, no die roll modifier, but we lose 5 glory. Oh, so down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a second. Oh. Yeah, down to 6. So we're at 6 glory. Ouch. Real rough. Start to my first Emperor year, to say the least. All right, so that is it. I'm pretty sure for the domestic politics phase. It'll be cleanup. Yeah, cleanup. Current treaties box face up. Flip all face down cards in the current treaties box face up. Napoleon's luck. We haven't used that Napoleon's luck again. Should we have just used that? Huh. Yeah, let's use that again. We forgot. We keep on forgetting about the Napoleon's luck. So we'll go back up here. We'll go back up here to 11. Roll again on this one. And see if we can't get a better roll than 1. 7. We'll take that. -2 glory. All right. So we're at 9. Instead of, we'll take that for sure. We'll use us a little bit of that Napoleon luck on that one. Don't forget about that Napoleon luck, especially for any die roll. All right, now we're ready for cleanup. We'll flip this back because we did use Napoleon's luck. Reset admin and diplomacy back to 0. Admin was up to 6. Diplomacy was up to 2, but I think we get a good income of administrative points now that we are Emperor, a little bit of a boost. All right. And then it is go to cleanup phase. Check for the end of game. We're not there. Good old 6.0. Year setup phase. Advance the year marker. Track. We're at 1805. All right. And reset the card draw. There's a lot of cards in there. Hopefully none of them have to come out. Well, I guess we'll have to look through them. Oh, we got here. Income segment. Resource points are, if required, lose more resources than currently have during the game. The marker to 0. Remaining points are ignored. All right, income effects. That's what we're looking for. +1 or +2 for birth year. 1815. He is gone, but we still got a bunch of years for him. So 2 admin. 1 diplomacy per year. Well, first counselor emperor, so we'll get that 1 diplomacy point up there. Looking around. 4 admin because we're such a good leech of all the people's resources, and we're a little bit smarter, I guess. So that's +4. Oh, so that takes us up to 6. All right, well, loving that. Placing king. -1 glory when you're. Ooh, no doubt. Making kings, we don't have that card. All right, -1 glory if in Bonaparte family. Yeah, ouch. From 9 to 8 glory. Oh, we got another family member too. Ongoing effects, -2 glory per year if in Bonaparte family. We got to get these guys out of here. May place a kingdom of nails empty by making kings. If in play. Yeah, we need that making kings card. So we lose 2 glory per year for Joseph. Ouch. Down to 6. Here's what my track looks like this far into the game. And as Emperor. All right, looking around. Treat his first victory in campaign against Prussia as a stalemate. We gotta remember that. -2 glory per year because of Nelson. down to 4. Glory. Getting killed here. Alright, I'm looking around, don't see anything here. Spain becomes hostile. We don't have Spain hostile. We're all set, I do believe. Let's just minister of him. To reinstate, flip up existing card play segment. While first counselor emperor, I get -2 glory, but I get 1 political per year. Triggered effects, you may to... Yeah, I don't like him. I like him. His name's Fouché. I said earlier that I had a neighbor named Fucci. My neighbor's name is Fouché, actually, but we call him Fucci. So you guys might have been thinking, oh, what's this guy talking about? The card's Fouché. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did let you in on the joke, but yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a neighbor named Fouché. We call him Fucci, but we're keeping that card down. We don't want to lose all that glory, so no need to reinstate him. All right, we're done here. Domestic phase. Oh, cleanup phase. Your setup phase is where we're at. Income effects. All right. Resource points exchange. Political points may be exchanged for administrative. No, we're good. Glory 3 for 1 administrative. No, we're good on that. Card deck phase. Oh, gotta catch up here. There you go. All right. Remove cards. Let me look and see. I guess we got to see anything that's 1805 or less out of this deck. So we got back. All right. None that came out that I could see. But as I said, during the card draw phase, if you see it, that one's expired, you just put it through the... You just take it out of play and make another card draw is what he says to do. All right. We're ready for the shuffle deck or shuffle draw deck segment. We'll be right back. Discarded cards go into this, and we got to shuffle this whole deck. It's kind of a chore, but I enjoy it. I just want to I do it really good too and thorough to make sure I got a good shuffled deck. So we'll be right back. All right, I believe we are set to go for our 2nd year as emperor. We're still here. Spain allied, Austria looking for the war drums. Prussia and Russia neutral. We're going to sit back and watch what happens to Austria. We'll see how that turns out, because that is going to be our next campaign. All right, we're set to go. Spain, and it's Ulcer. We haven't gone there yet. Card action phase, first card draw. Let's see what happens here. Spain rises. That's good. Oh, we were just thinking about that. There you go. Must set Spain to hostile and flip Spanish also exists face off. Ow! Alright, hold on. Let's do this one at a time. Must set Spain to hostile. What a bummer. Gosh, you can't make this stuff up. Flip Spanish ulcer expedition 221 face up. There you go. Fit face up as soon as Spain becomes hostile. Resolve Spanish ulcer expedition. See rules each year by rolling a die. All right, hold on a second here. Remove Spain allies with France 62. This one here gets done. And Treaty of Madrid 81 from play. If in current treaties, place this card in Spain. This card will go over here to Spain. Spain remains hostile until abdication. So there you go. Our little... Oh, man, our honeymoon's over. If not in play. All right, this one's out of here. This one's out of here. Out of play, out of the game. We got a whole new game going on here. I got to read this. I think we might have to do an expedition right off the bat. And every year now. Every year now. Woo! Napoleon, just getting tough. Hardly knew you. We'll be right back. All right, the expedition is not taken care of now. It is taken care of during the campaign resolution phase. And that is only if this box is empty. So there you go. Take a break for a cough break. And we go down to card draw number 2. Wow, what a card draw number 1 that was. That blew it all to get out. And our little Ooh, French Vietnam back in the day just came into effect. We want to keep them up there as long as possible. As soon as we put it out there, sure enough, they snatched it from us. And look at all these cards. What would have been the odds? What would have been the odds that card was the first one played? Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. All right, let's go. Next one, card draw number 2, English Gold. Immediate effect, immediately lose all diplomacy and remove all current treaties affecting Austria, Prussia, or Russia from play. There are no current treaties. We're empty, so we got that one. Flip all conquered countries to unconquered. Then remove this card from play. All right. I lose all my diplomacy. All right. Remove the card from play happily. All my diplomacy. It was only one. Not that big of a loss, but all current treaties too. But luckily we have no treaties in there. All right. Go to card draw number 3. These are some wicked cards. It's only our third one. Something tells me. Oh, we ain't gonna be long for this world, are we? Let's see what goes on here next. Confederation of the Rhine, strategy and tactics. Well, that's been empty for a while. I was wondering if any new strategy and tactic cards would come into play. All right. When revealed, -1 diplomacy and 5 glory and 1 political and place in strategy and tactics. Ouch, I thought maybe I just had to pay that to play the card. If neither Prussia nor Austria are hostile. Nope. Otherwise, this card with no effect. All right. Only put it in there. Place in strategy or tactics if neither Prussia or Austria are hostile. Huh. Let me see here. So I put it in strategy of tactics if Prussia and Austria, neither of them are hostile. Well, Austria is hostile. Otherwise, this card with no effect. I think that's what we do. Huh. Confederation of the Rhine. Let me check out this card real quick. 186. It don't really help me out too much, but it does give you a little small background on the card. Napoleon organized a small. We all know about that. German states into a single confederation of Rhine. If you ever played War and Peace, you know all about that. This offended Prussia and Austria, but began the process of German consolidation that Bismarck would finish in 1871 when he created Germany. Huh. All right, let's see here. Huh. All right, still don't tell me what to do with this card. -1 diplomacy and 5 glory and +1 political and place in strategy and tactics if neither Prussia nor Austria are hostile. So I don't think that applies because he is hostile. If neither, all right. So otherwise, discard with no effect. So we'll discard this with no effect happily because we would have lost it. Well, we would have +5 glory. If neither Prussia, yeah. Well, we know Confederation of the Rhine because these guys don't qualify. We don't meet the criteria of both of these being hostile. Neither of them are hostile. Austria is, otherwise discard with no effect. So we'll discard in a discard pile, move it down to 4, and hopefully we can make this card out a little bit easier. Army campaign modifier, we'll take that. An army marches on its stomach. Yeah, it sure does. Place -1 or at all count if campaign in Spain or Russia are involved. Yeah, little bad logistics and supplies on that one. Campaign modifiers. Ouch. Not good. Color draw number 5. Are we going to survive? Blucher. Russian commander placed in Prussia. We have a couple in Prussia here, don't we? Against Prussia. Luckily for us, Prussia is neutral. If Prussia rises, as in Prussia, if Prussia rises, is in Prussia. Oh, it isn't. Crumper system is. Yep. So we get a -2 because of our good old arch enemy Blucher. Otherwise, in the all combat rounds of a campaign involving Prussia. Okay, well, there you go. Take that one down to 6. We'll be rolling for our campaign against Austria. We know all about it. We're ready for it. Let's see what happens here. Next card. Lanes of Torres Vedras. Immediate effect. If Wellington is in play, faced up, remove Portugal expedition. He's not. Then remove discard from play. Otherwise, discard with no effect. We'll discard no effect and roll the die. On a 1, we campaign. Not a 1. We have 5 or an 8? 5. All right. So card draw number 7. Over here. What are we doing? These cards can be... was it Feast or Famine? Are we going to be Job and have everything taken away? Or be Job and be rewarded with all kinds of blessings? Gaith? Revealed. Must +5 glory to remove from play. All right, Gaith, we'll take you. Thank you very much. We needed that big time. Remove him from play. 5 glory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9. And that is bad. We're hanging on by the skin of our teeth, I think, if you look at our little general records track. All right, rolling a die now. To see, we need some good campaigning, something to give us some glory. 1, we're going to campaigns. All right, campaign resolution phase. It is Austria declares war. Let me check this one out. We'll be right back. All right, then, Austria declares war. We are ready. We have been chomping at the bit for this. Here you go. No modifiers. Just if Prussia or Russia is allied, they're not. Treat stalemate as a victory and ignore bloody result. Other than that, this effect triggers before any other results. We won't get that. We definitely need us a victory, though. All right, now this will be our campaign modifiers. -1 combat in first or in all combat rounds if a campaign of a campaign, like in all combat of a campaign, if Spain or Russia are involved, they're not. So that's good. We'll check that one out here. Next, Bonaparte's plans we have. 1 admin again in the first round of combat. So, -1 admin. So -1 admin right away. So we can have this card. So this card's going to cost us 1 administration. We're down to 4. I hope I got enough. I hope I'm rich enough. Let's see. Here's my shopping list. 1 admin for Vermont. Well, wait here. There's some we want more than others. Yeah, there's some we want more than others. Messina, 2 glory. 9. Well, going on to 7. Devout, 3 glory. Ooh, down to 4. Agaro, -1 political. Down to 4. The Essex, -1 administrative. Down to 3 on the admin. Here you go. We're going down there. I got some. We're not going to lose this battle. All right. And the thing of it is, you got to spend what you're more rich on. All right. 1 admin to use. So another -1 admin. And use this admin because you're going to go down to 0. Use it or lose it. And last but not least, 1 admin for Marmont. So our admin are down to 1, but we got all these generals ready to go. All right, we're ready to fight. Let's see what goes on here. No die roll modifiers for the potential campaign. I don't see none of this. All right. Army marches on his stomach. 1 die roll modifier or in all combat rounds if campaign of Spain or Russia are involved or not. So we'll get 1 die roll modifier in the first round of combat, and it'll be a negative die roll modifier. All right, we'll counter that with Bonaparte's plans. May gain 1 die roll modifier in first combat round. So here you go. We're back up to 0. We'll Flip him over because he's been used. This one here has been used. Flip that over now. That's what we're looking like. Kind of bring out our generals. We paid for these. Some of these are in the first round, so let's look and see which one it chooses. In any one round. 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 So Messina will take you. That'll be 2. Vermont will take you. That'll be another 2. That'll be our +4. We're maxed out. These 2 will be in the used commanders. These guys here will be ready for a second round of combat if needed. That's how you play that. All right, used commanders assigned. These have all been used also. Let's roll our die with a +4 die roll modifier when the smoke's all cleared. And here is our result table. Looking for a high roll. 4 + 4 = 8. That'll do it. But it's a bloody victory. I'm going to counter new domestic politics table. Bloody result. And our domestic politics table's right here. There you go. Either way, just put it on there. All right. That is a victory. Austria declares war. We see you later. It was a bloody victory. Cost us a lot of lives, a lot of men. A lot of material, bloody victory, but Austria gave us the best, but we conquered them. All right, campaign result, a victory. Play Treaty of Schönbrunn and defeat La Petite in danger. Well, we won, so we're Schönbrunn. We need a treaty. Potential treaties. Oh, let me check these out. Here they are. We'll be right back. All right, victory at Schönbrunn. Victory at Schönbrunn must be moved to current treaties. We will do that after victory in the Austria declares war campaign. I will gain 1 diplomacy, 15 glory. We'll take that. 1 diplomacy, 15 glory will give us 19 glory. Oh, and 1 political, up to 6. Set Austria to allied. There you go. And what else do we get? Allows play of Marie Habsburg. Okay. Triggered effect. Remove this card from play instead of shifting Austria after diplomacy. What? Instead of shifting Austria after diplomacy roll. Oh. All right, we'll put this in the current treaties. All right, we'll check this all out. Okay. Victory, play, defeat, play. What do we do with this card then? So any other card effect? It doesn't say anything here. Huh. I'll be right back. All right, then. We have kicked butt and took names with Austria. We'll check out if they're conquered. I don't think they are because there's a treaty. So if a treaty is, in fact, they're not conquered, we just made a little treaty with them. Remove this card from play instead of shifting Austria after diplomacy rolls. We'll check that out. So instead of putting Austria down to neutral or whatever after diplomacy roll, we'll play this card instead. And then we'll move it from play. All right. This one here, Austria declares war. Don't say nothing what to do with it. It says nothing like that to play. So I'm guessing after you have a certain campaign, you remove it. Although there's nothing down here, so I don't know if that is errata or what, but we're good to go. Campaign resolution done. We'll move on to diplomatic phase. We are going to call this a video. It's getting kind of late, and I'm going to go around and make sure we got everything on the up and up. And when we come back, next video, diplomatic phase. We'll be right back.